I'm sure by now you've already seen my YouTube video all about the 5 things you need to know about the IUD, how we insert it, how we remove it. Today's video, I'm going to talk about the Nexplanon, or the implant form of birth control. I know you guys have been waiting for this video for a really long time, so I'm super excited to share. In today's video, I'm going to tell you all of the details concerning the Nexplanon, and in the next video, I'm going to show you exactly how we insert it and remove it. Hey, what's up everybody? In case you're new here, I am Dr. Ali, I'm an OBGYN, and here on my channel, we talk about all things women's health, from birth control to pregnancy. I share vlog videos about what it's like to go to work as an OBGYN. All right, enough of the fluff. Let's jump straight into the video so that you can know all of the details about the Nexplanon. First up, let's just talk about what is the Nexplanon. I brought a little prop. So the Nexplanon, also called the implant, is this 4-centimeter flexible rod that is used as a form of birth control. So here's that little rod, 4 centimeters in length. It's plastic, it's flexible, and it's inserted just underneath the skin of your upper arm right here. This little prop that I have here would simulate the location on the arm, and I know you can't feel it through the screen, but I'm kind of pushing down on it and I can feel that little thin rod just underneath the skin. This little device releases progesterone into the body, and it's good for up to 3 years. So how exactly does it work? The progesterone that's in the implant is released into your body, and it works at preventing pregnancy by stopping ovulation. It also thickens cervical mucus, so it makes it really hard for sperm to actually swim through the cervix and reach the egg. And it also thins the lining of the uterus. So this little guy works very, very well. So what are the benefits of the Nexplanon? One, it's easy to use. Just like I said with the IUD, you set it and forget it. I know that sounds silly, but truly, once it's placed under the skin, you don't have to remember to take a pill every day or switch out your patch or change out the ring. You just have it and it works. Another great benefit of it is that nobody knows that you're taking birth control. While yes, we can feel it when we palpate underneath the skin, no one's going to see the actual Nexplanon when they look at you. This form of birth control can actually be inserted right after childbirth, after a miscarriage, after an abortion, and you can use it during breastfeeding. You want to remember not to take estrogen if you're breastfeeding. But this is just progesterone-like hormone. Another benefit of this is that it doesn't interfere with day-to-day activities. You can still work out, you can lift heavy weights. It's not gonna disrupt anything. It's also not gonna cause any sort of disruptions during sex. And for some women, it can actually help improve pain during your periods. And another great benefit is that if you want to get pregnant, then you just go back to your OBGYN and have the Nexplanon removed. This is a LARC, or a long-acting reversible contraception, meaning that this little device is not permanent. Once you get it removed, you can safely start trying for pregnancy. Another bonus of this, it is the most effective form of birth control available on the market. Chance of pregnancy with the Nexplanon is 0.05%. So what are the side effects of the Nexplanon? The most common side effect of the Nexplanon is going to be unpredictable bleeding. Now let me say this again, because a lot of people seem to miss it or not understand this fully. The #1 side effect of the implant or the Nexplanon is unpredictable bleeding. So what exactly does that mean? It means that you should expect a change to your period. Periods may be less frequent and less bleeding, but for some people, it may be more frequent bleeding, it may be irregular spotting, it may be occasionally having some heavier bleeding. And for some women, it can just take away your periods completely. Now, this period of unpredictable bleeding or spotting, or you can't time when your period is coming and all that stuff, it's going to look differently for everyone, so don't compare what you're going through with someone else who has the Nexplanon. And also realize that a lot of this unpredictable bleeding may actually start to regulate itself after having had the device for a couple months. Unfortunately, there's no way for us as doctors to predict who's going to respond which way when we place it. It's gonna be one of those things that we place it and then see how your bleeding does. If you find the bleeding very bothersome, please bring it up with your doctor, because there's a couple different things we can try to help improve the bleeding. Other side effects of the implant are gonna be headaches, tender breasts, A lot of the similar things that you would expect, like when you first start birth control pills. One of the other side effects can be weight gain and acne. So if you're currently struggling with acne, it may not be the best birth control option if that really bothers you. Now, I want to talk about the weight gain. This bloating or water retention or weight gain can also be seen with birth control pills. But this does not mean that you're actually adding and gaining fat to your body. The only form of birth control that we know for sure and definitely causes weight gain is Depo-Provera or the injection type birth control. The Depo-Provera or the Depo shot does cause weight gain. Okay, so what are the risks of having the Nexplanon? Although very rare, there can be complications with the insertion and removal of the Nexplanon. Remember that I'm going to post next week's video about insertion and removal. If you have the Nexplanon in place and you just so happen to be one of those people that gets pregnant on the Nexplanon, there's an increased risk of that pregnancy being an ectopic pregnancy. If you end up getting pregnant and it's an intrauterine pregnancy or a normally developing pregnancy, you want to make sure and have the Nexplanon removed. That's all of the information that you need to know about the Nexplanon. Make sure that you're subscribed so that you don't miss next week's video all about the insertion and removal of the Nexplanon. I hope you guys have an amazing week. I will see you in next week's video. I'm super excited to share it. I love you guys. Thank you so much for the support. Have a great week. Bye.